Welcome guys to Liquid Sports Show. I'm your host Vincent Titus.
And I am Brian Werimo.
It has been 3 weeks of the top leagues in Europe and now the Champions League, one of the biggest trophies in the world. We had a draw yesterday and now 32 teams. After 32 teams we'll see one team lifting the trophy come June 10th, right? Yes. Now we're going to be addressing, we're going to go do some review on how you think the groups will perform. So I started with something simple.
Yes.
Which one do you think is the easiest group?
From the easiest group, we can see, let's face it, right? Group A.
Group F
looks the easiest.
Yes, with Real Madrid,
Leipzig, the defending champions.
Yes.
They have been drawn against Leipzig, Shakhtar and Celtic. We are not taking anything away from the other three teams.
Yeah.
But we think it's the group that looks easy on paper.
Yeah.
For Real Madrid, and they should take all the points to qualify. But Champions League is Champions League, you know.
Well, I think I'll go for Group H. Paris, Juve, Benfica,
the easiest
Maccabi.
Group?
It is easiest because you can really spot the team which will go through. No. Paris and Juventus number 1 and 2. Probably any team can top.
Why do I think otherwise? Benfica are a good side, you know.
I don't think Benfica will go through. We will manage to beat Paris and Juventus.
Are you sure?
That's according to me. That's the easiest group actually.
At the moment, and I watched the game. They were playing the playoffs Champions League matches.
Yeah.
And they had a very good game against, was it Dynamo Kiev?
Dynamo Kiev, yes.
Yes, and they did very well. So I don't think that's an easy group. But, well, let's see.
Let's see.
The Champions League.
All right. The hardest group for me, I'll pick Group G. Manchester City, Sevilla, Dortmund, and Copenhagen.
Why do you think so? Why do you think Group G is the easiest?
Sevilla is one of the teams. When you look at Sevilla has more of plays similar football with Atletico Madrid. Not a team which will concede easily. Man City, we know, the champions of England. Borussia Dortmund, always the second best team in Bundesliga. This is one of the toughest groups. And also, I'll pick Group A, Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers.
As a hard group?
Another hard group.
That is your opinion. Yeah. But I think Group C is one of the most competitive one.
Yes.
We have Bayern. We have Barcelona, we have Inter Milan,
and Victoria.
We have Victoria Pleasant.
Yeah.
I picked that as a hard group because Bayern have won this this competition for some time.
Yeah.
Barcelona the same, Inter Milan the same. So having three teams who have been able to get this title to their name, I think it should be a competitive one. And we are not taking away anything as well away from Pleasant.
Yep.
They deserve to be here. And I'm very sure their home matches are going to be very interesting.
What do you mean they deserve to be here? You know, it's like you want to go and pick a team like Celtic. You tell me they deserve to be in the Champions League.
They deserve.
We know the history of Scotland Premier League, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, when you look at a team like taking you back to Group G, when you see Man City, Sevilla is one team which has been doing good.
They have been consistent.
Dortmund has been consistent.
Very consistent.
Same with Copenhagen.
Yeah.
So the reasons to why, you see, when you talk about group of death or a tough group, it doesn't mean we have like good teams.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we're talking about Group G. Man City will bring a little bit of experience, Borussia Dortmund, and we have Sevilla.
Yeah.
So these are such groups whereby after match day 3, you'll realize number 1 has 4 points. That's what I call tough. But for your point, like we talked, you picked Bayern.
Yes.
Maybe let's say Barcelona will start their game against Inter Milan and Bayern against Victoria. Yeah. Definitely 3 points for Bayern, 3 points for
It's not definite.
Barcelona.
This is the Champions League, as we've said.
We have
Do you remember last season?
Yes.
We had Real Madrid playing the team. You remember in group stages? Lost to
yes, I remember that team which won the first ever game.
Yes.
In Eastern 3 years.
They took 4 points from
what
Real
happened
Madrid.
in return leg? Actually, it was a draw.
That's a draw.
But they didn't go through.
Yeah, you should not undermine any team that has come all the way to the Champions League, whether it's from a small league. I think it should be a competitive
Talk
one.
talk about Group D, where we have Tottenham, Frankfurt, Sporting CP, and Olympic Marseille.
Now, if you look on paper at that group,
Yeah.
and then now you can see that is also a very competitive group.
Yeah.
Just take a look on paper. You'll see Tottenham. They have Conte as the manager, and he has a little experience in the Champions League. And then we have Marseille and Sporting CP,
Yeah.
Lisbon, and Frankfurt. So on paper, these teams look like they are almost the same. So it will be very hard to predict who is going to come out of that group.
I'll pick Tottenham and Frankfurt. Do you know why?
Why?
If you saw the Super Cup final
yeah.
between Frankfurt and Real Madrid,
Yeah.
the Champions League winners and Europa League winners,
Yes.
let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Frankfurt are playing total football. And we'll come back here and I'll tell you, this team might finish at the top of the group.
I'm
One
not sure about
interesting
that.
game we're going to be talking about that.
Yeah.
I think that's all for Champions League.
Yeah.
We will analyze deeply. Maybe we'll be picking groups by groups towards the start of the Champions League tournament. Moving on, we can check Europa League.
Yes.
And of course, our main focus will be Manchester United and Arsenal. Group
And
stages.
let's not forget Roma too.
Roma too, and we also have
competition.
Lazio. We also have Lazio in the group.
Yeah,
So Arsenal are in Group A with PSV, Bodo Glimt, and also Zurich
from Sweden.
from Sweden.
Switzerland. Yeah, it should be Switzerland.
Switzerland.
The
Yes,
Basel,
the young boys.
Yeah, and the Basel
yes.
League. Yeah, so
Tough game, tough group for Arsenal.
for Arsenal,
Yep.
it is.
Yep.
PSV are a very good side.
Zurich too.
Yeah, and they have been playing well in the European competitions. So I tend to think Arsenal will come up on top though, but it's going to be something to they have to work very hard. I think they are going to play their main team as well because this competition is important for them.
It is important.
It will after missing out in Europe for some time, they need now to see if they can progress.
They can use these routes to get back. Let's talk about Group C. Roma, Ludogorets, Betis, and Helsinki.
Yes.
Not really tough for Roma, so I think Roma and Betis can really
but it's going to be
qualify
a good, match, Roma
for the knockout
versus
stages.
Betis,
Yeah.
and I think they should come out of their group. But
either of the team at the top.
Do not undermine Ludogorets as well. We have seen them do some wonders in the Europe. Yeah.
Being the only trophy so far Manchester United are holding recently. I'm talking about the Europa League. That happened with Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Now United have another chance of propelling to the top with Eric
What do you
Ten
think?
Hag.
What do you think about this match? That group?
The group Manchester United in the same group with Real Sociedad, Sheriff, and Omonia.
Yes.
I think the tough match will be Manchester United and Real Sociedad. That's the only biggest game. So I'll pick these two teams to qualify for the knockout stages.
That should be easy. Just even by the look of the names in the group.
Yeah.
Omonia and Sheriff don't look.
You're not supposed to underrate names. I remember last season there is a team which called Lanaka, which
I know.
Which
I
really
remember.
did well.
I remember.
Yes.
So we are not undermining anyone.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at those names. You would think maybe Manchester United and Sociedad will come on top.
Yep.
And actually, for the whole of this competition, I don't know what's your opinion, but Manchester United and Arsenal.
All eyes on I'll tell you.
And Roma
this.
as well.
For the quarterfinals teams, let me pick the teams which might make it to the quarterfinals.
Yes.
Arsenal, of course, they'll manage. I'm expecting Roma to be also there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Lazio. Let's talk about
Lazio.
Manchester. Let's talk about Real Sociedad,
Yes.
Monaco, and probably Freiburg or Nantes from Ligue 1, from France.
We have Braga from Group D.
Braga has been doing good on their own domestic league. I don't think, with such competition, we need experience matters. And you saw it last season in the Champions League when Real Madrid had the toughest route to success.
But they still
actually
managed.
eliminating Manchester City, eliminating Chelsea, and beating Liverpool in the finals. It really needed guts. It needs that experience.
When it comes to UEFA or the European competitions, then you have to throw in a little bit of experience.
Yes.
And that is why we have picked Roma Arsenal,
Arsenal,
and
Manchester United,
United,
Betis,
plus Braga,
yeah.
to be the most favorite one to
Yep.
win maybe that competition. So we give it a wait and see what happens now.